Factsverse presents The Funniest Husband Wanted Ad. There are some real funny stories online. Some of them are true, some are jokes, some are maybe a combination of both. And this story has been circulating online for quite a while. The reason that it's been shared for so long is because it is hilarious. Before we get into the story, help us out by clicking that like button, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. When you're old and your spouse dies, it doesn't mean that you need to die as well. After a time of mourning, a lot of older people decide to get out into the dating world again. Some just want to meet someone for companionship. Others want to date, hoping to marry again someday. Unfortunately, the older you get, the more difficult it is to start dating. This is especially true after a person has been married for decades. Many elderly people married when they were young, between the ages of 20 or 25, maybe younger. After being married 50 or 60 years, that means these people have not gone on a first date for 50 or 60 years. Well, that's a long time, and most people are, well, out of practice when it comes to dating. Well, when an elderly person's ready to date again, they do have a few options. They can start going to a new senior center and meet eligible people there. They can use an internet dating site for people over 50, or they can put an ad in the newspaper. And the woman in this story decided to do that last one. She called her local paper and placed a husband wanted ad. She wanted her ad to be as specific as possible so that she would not need to waste her time with men who would make awful husbands. In the ad, she wrote, "Husband wanted. You must be in my age group, you must not beat me, you must not run around on me, and you must still be good in bed. All applicants please apply in person." Well, when the woman placed the ad, she was told that it would be in the next edition. Her husband had been gone for a few years and she was lonely. She was excited for her ad to come out into the paper so that she could finally find somebody to share her life with again. Living alone, she often got lonely. She believed the sooner she found her new husband, the sooner she could be happy again. So the ad would be her way to do just that. She was sure that shortly after her ad ran in the local newspaper, she would be getting married again. Well, the day after the ad ran in the newspaper, her doorbell rang, and when she opened it, she saw an old man with gray hair at the door. He was sitting in a wheelchair, and he had no arms and no legs. When the woman saw him, she stared for just a moment. She was shocked that he answered her ad. She asked him if he really thought that she would consider him since he had no arms and no legs. He looked at her and he smiled. He told her that since he doesn't have any legs, he wouldn't run around on her. She reminded him that he didn't have any arms either. He smiled again and said, well, without any arms, he could never beat her. She thought about that and realized, yeah, that kind of made sense. Finally, she asked that million-dollar question. She asked him if he could possibly still be good in bed, seeing that he had no arms and no legs. And he looked at the woman and said, "I rang the doorbell, didn't I?" All right, there's a pretty good chance this story is not true. Probably an email forward that went around the office and then to friends and family members. And the origin of the story, it doesn't really matter. The fact that it's funny and makes you laugh, that's what really matters. In today's stressful and sometimes disturbing world, it's kind of nice to have a good laugh for just the sake of having a good laugh. This story's been circulating for years now. Obviously, it's been giving people laughs for a while and continues to do so because it keeps circulating. Kudos to whoever came up with this one. Good job. Subscribe for more.